Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today FIISP just filed an 8K regarding their second quarter results, and there is a key piece of information about how they plan to communicate with investors. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is sharing its latest financial updates and they're pointing us to where we can find the juicy details. Let's dive in. So, Financial Institutions Incorporated, or FIISP, as ticker FISI, has put out a current report which is an 8K filing. This is usually for really important company news that isn't part of their regular financial reports. The report is dated the 30th of June 2026, and it covers events happening around that time. This is the full name of our company, Financial Institutions Incorporated. They're incorporated in New York and have been assigned a commission file number and an IRS employer identification number. If you ever needed to call them, that is the number, though we won't be doing that today. Their common stock trades on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker symbol FISI. Now, this is where things get interesting. Item 2.02 is all about reporting the company's financial performance. On the 23rd of July 2026, FIISP released a press release to share their financial results for the second quarter, which ended on the 30th of June 2026. Think of this as the official announcement of how they did financially during that 3-month period. This press release is attached to this filing, so it is like getting a direct download of their earnings if you were to look at the full document. Then we have item 7.01, which is about Regulation FD disclosure. Regulation FD, or fair disclosure, is a rule by the Securities and Exchange Commission that means companies have to share important information with everyone at the same time, not just with a select few investors or analysts. This prevents anyone from having an unfair advantage. In this section, FIISP mentions that they also published an investor presentation with data for the second quarter, ending the 30th of June 2026. They're directing viewers to their website, specifically the investor relations section, to find this presentation. They're also making a point that this website information might be considered important, and it is a way they communicate with investors. Companies often do this to give more color on their financial results, maybe with charts and graphs that explain the numbers in the press release and the filing. It is good they're being upfront about using their website as a communication tool. This part is a bit of legal language, but it is important. It is saying that the information they're providing here under item 7.01 is being furnished, not filed. This means it is being provided for informational purposes, but doesn't carry the same legal weight as if they had formally filed. It is part of, say, their ongoing reporting obligations. They're essentially telling the market. Here is some extra info, but it is not triggering the same legal requirements as a formal filing. Finally, we get to the exhibits. This is where they officially attach the documents they're referring to. Exhibit 99.1 is the press release about their second quarter financial results, issued on the 23rd of July 2026. This is likely the core of the news they want to share. Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file, which is part of the inline XBRL document. XBRL is a standard for electronically tagging and classifying financial information, making it easier for computers to process and analyze. This essentially means the filing is structured in a machine-readable format. And here we have the signatures W. Jack Plants-Do, who holds the titles of Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Treasurer, has signed off on this report attesting to its accuracy on behalf of Financial Institutions Incorporated. The date of signing is the 23rd of July 2026. Which aligns with the date of the press release. Looking at this filing, the main takeaway is that FIISP has released their second quarter 2026 financial results via a press release and are making it available through an investor presentation on their website. While the filing itself doesn't contain the detailed financial tables, it points directly to where those numbers are. The company is being transparent about how they are communicating this information. For investors, the next step would be to read that press release and the investor presentation to understand the actual financial performance, the revenue, profits, and any key metrics that indicate the company's health. Based on this 8K FIISP is focused on timely disclosure of its operational and financial condition, using standard channels like press releases and investor presentations to disseminate this critical information. The emphasis on Regulation FD means they are committed to ensuring all investors have access to the same information simultaneously. Stay decoded. If you found this breakdown helpful, like, subscribe, and join our Discord community.